Hey, yo, say hello to the bad guy, Scott Hall, and I've got a scoop for you. And we all know there's a lot of podcasts out there, and I encourage you to check out this one. It's called Going In Raw. You heard it here first. Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And this is Going In Raw's News Brief. There's no way we're going to be able to keep this brief today.
There's a lot.
Because there's a lot going on, but we're going to try to.
Well, I suppose if we did all the news like the Micro Machine guy, we could. Or we're like, doing
if
an
we just read words and don't offer any commentary whatsoever, I think we'll be fine. Anyways, Larson, what's the news?
A lot.
Yeah, okay.
Let's kick things off with this whole Tessa Blanchard thing.
Oh, boy. Somebody
Wow.
take her shovel away because she's just digging her hole deeper and deeper.
Yes. So Impact World Champion Tessa Blanchard continues, as you mentioned, to dig an even deeper hole for herself.
Oh, dear.
Than she found herself in last weekend. She issued a statement on Thursday where she denied up and down that she ever used the racial slur she was accused of using. In fact, she claimed that she will use her platform to fight racism.
Here's the actual
Go ahead.
statement. Here
Go
I
ahead.
have it.
Read
via
statement, please,
her
Steve.
Twitter. Over the last week, I have been accused of calling a fellow wrestler a racial slur. To read this allegation has been personally upsetting. To be clear, I absolutely did not use that word. That word is not in my vocabulary. That word is not in my heart. Racism is not in my heart. Yet I know many people have to deal with racism in a way I will never have to. Racism is an awful part of American history, and while it is equally awful that it's still part of our society today, while I did not do what was claimed, I stand ready to use my platform to support the fight against racism however I can. Pretty good, JFK. I'll be honest with you. Anyways.
Well, it's more Mayor Quimby.
It's the same thing. Anyways, man, here's the thing about that, though. Good for you, Tessa, but 5 people who have, come on, man. What do people expect in terms of proof? You got 5 eyewitnesses to this, including the person who said you did it. And everything they're saying seems perfectly within the realm of reason, and no stories are
yeah, the thing to do is a
heated gaming moment.
huge mistake.
I apologize.
I'll apologize. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah.
And I will dedicate my life to undoing the harm I did. And then if you go off from there and say, I will fight against racism, which everybody should do.
People need to hire us for their publicity, man, for their PR stuff.
Then do that.
Experiencing a PR nightmare, hire Larson and Steve.
Yeah, I'm probably not.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with people.
I don't want to do that. That's cleaning up other people's messes.
So then that was on the 16th. That was Thursday. And then, what is this? Yesterday, I think. This is the 19th. Allison Kay, the person who broke all this in the first place, said this. She said, I said what I had to say, so I'd love to move on. But I just got several messages about Tessa Blanchard trying to spread lies. Unfortunately for you, I've built my 11-year reputation on being respectful. Instead of owning up to your mistakes, you lie, scheme, and prove you haven't changed. And she brought up some
texts and DMs and stuff.
Texts and DMs that are not from she's not outing anybody who's sending this stuff. But the gist of it that we can sort of gather is that Tessa's been trying to dig up dirt on Allison Kay to start spreading dirt about her.
Again, it's Tessa. If she would just say, I messed up. I'm sorry I messed up. I've learned from my mistake. I'm going to be better in the future and use my platform to help people.
Yeah,
if she had said that.
Yeah. Somebody's given Allison Kay a heads up because she received something saying, I'm trying to convince an Impact employee to talk to you about Allison Kay. Apparently, she was a huge bully in TNA. He won't talk to me because the link would be apparent, but he's thinking of talking to someone else. Would you be interested? And then this person who gave this info to Allison Kay said, I think Tessa's trying to shop stuff to take her down. So, yeah, man, just stop. Just stop shenanigans. No shenanigans. Speaking of shenanigans, and Fightful had a very detailed report about her past behavior in WOW, which is Women of Wrestling, correct?
Yes.
Is that what that stands for?
Yes.
Okay.
That was on Access. I don't know if it's going to be back on Access or not.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know about that. So this is from Fightful. you should subscribe to Fightful Select. And they also have their YouTube channel back. So Sean Ross Sapp's 2020 going swimmingly.
Oh, man.
Anyways, he said, or the report here says, a member of the WoW roster that opted to remain anonymous for fear of retaliation spoke to Fightful and said that Tessa Blanchard would have it out with WoW trainers, telling one trainer that she shouldn't be teaching and didn't belong there. The trainer was said to have cried in front of the group, and when someone tried to reach out to Blanchard about it, she wasn't interested in talking, and that it was being blown out of proportion. As Tessa gained influence in the company, certain things needed to be approved by her, which really accelerated in Season 2. As Season 2 went on, Tessa became the face of the company, head trainer, and worked in talent relations. So she's like the end-all, be-all right there.
Yeah.
There was a confrontation between Tessa and another top name in WoW after weeks of tension that escalated into a verbal battle in front of others as well. It wasn't revealed who was at fault in that particular situation. There was another fairly public shouting match between Tessa and Malia Hosaka, which led to Malia being the only person getting reprimanded, which some members of the roster saw as unfair. Several longtime members in WoW also felt as if they lost their pushes once Blanchard showed up and started making heavy changes. That in itself, not very unusual. You bring somebody new in for creative reasons to start doing different stuff. They're going to see different things in different people, perhaps.
Yeah. But, you always run into the potential conflict of interest when you're bringing in someone to be your top star and also working the creative side of things.
Yeah, sure. And here's the thing. This is, from one side, but the only side that Tessa's really given. I know didn't she give like a sit-down interview on Impact? But that kind of stuff is like all kayfabe anyways.
Yeah, you can't really
kind of expect.
Take that as
like there hasn't really, beyond like her saying, no, I totally didn't do any of that stuff, or I totally didn't use that word. That's like the only real statement we've heard from her. No other accusations about all the other stuff that people, Isla Dawn saying, no, man, you totally bullied me.
Countless people said accused her of bullying.
Tons of people have.
And spitting in their face and stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, hopefully, hopefully just she understands you can't behave that way. But
no, you can't behave that way. Yeah. And the sooner you admit your culpability and you express genuine contrition, people can move on. Mm-hmm. But if you keep doing this type of stuff, or these non-apologies or half apologies,
or trying to dig up dirt on people, that's just weird.
Just move on.
That's like you're spending time doing stuff.
Just admit you messed up. People make mistakes.
Stop putting an effort into that.
Just it's like the.
It's one thing if you have like a heated moment, which is saying that word you should never say, regardless of how heated things get. But it's one thing to like, in the heat of passion, but to then start DMing people, I'm going to get this person. Like, this is cartoony.
It is.
That's
weird.
Weird.
It is.
Anyways, what else is cartoony? Man, our good friendo Sam Driver over there at Cultaholic.
Oh, man, everybody at Cultaholic, they're all great.
He's got the book.
Yeah, man.
Now people from WWE are going to be like, man, this Sam Driver, he's pushing different people now, and now we're upset because he's pushing Roman versus Goldberg. Larson, what's going on here?
Well, I mean, I don't know if he necessarily pushed that. It just kind of happened that way. So this is from Cultaholic. So apparently he was watching SmackDown and tweeted, quote, anyone else notice Roman's cute little crash mat so he doesn't hurt his hand? I didn't notice it.
I had not noticed it, but then somebody put a picture of it on Twitter.
And then I saw it. Once the picture with caption or something about, look at his little crash pad.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Sam. Maybe it was someone else like, oh, he has that now. Didn't have that before. And so the big dog, Roman Reigns, tweeted out in response to someone else asking about this, not Sam.
Right, yeah. Sam put it out there. A fan took it, ran with it,
yes.
Added Roman.
Roman said, quote, nothing to explain, Nick. It's a little piece of pad so I don't break my hand on steel grate. I got to perform like 48 weeks a year, man. So that would be stupid. It would be like headbutting a door before I match level of stupid.
Whoa.
Anyway, have a good day,
wow.
Nick.
And then Goldberg responded to Reigns, tweeting, one of those, come on, man, ESPN moments. I'll stick with my old school ways. Seems to have worked 99% of the time. We all have bad days. I tend to tap into an entirely different level of intensity. Doesn't work for everyone. Kind of like the difference between University of Georgia and Georgia Tech. Whoa. Of course.
College football crap.
Yeah. So that was like the nicest guy approach that Goldberg took. Goldberg's not trying to book any matches, apparently. So
he's trying to defend his legacy.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing, like, okay, so we're probably going to watch the latest Saudi show because they seem to be, and we'll just give the proceeds to charity.
Yeah,
because they seem to be actually running stories on there now. Roman versus Goldberg at a Saudi Arabia show. Hell, even Roman versus Goldberg at a WrestleMania. I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
I'd be fine with spear versus spear. I like Goldberg. He's got to be careful when he's ramming his head in the doors. But
well, I think it's. I mean, the head in the door isn't a great idea, but the worst idea is heading to ring post because that's what really got him in trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
During the Undertaker match.
True. But I don't know. I'm just speaking for myself. If Sam Driver does have the book in WWE, this Roman versus Goldberg idea he has clearly. I think is a pretty fun one. I think it's kind of.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised it hasn't happened to date.
Yeah, right. Because there was that one I saw like a quick video clip that it was funny because the person who like responded to it and it sort of became a semi-viral thing.
Yeah.
Of Roman and Goldberg both double spearing Braun.
Yeah.
During when they had a thing. I had kind of forgotten about too, and like the joke was, oh my God, this must be Mandela effect because I don't remember this at all. But yeah, no, I don't know. I'd be down for that.
Do you think they could do a double spear spot where they spear each other at the same time and double pin?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It's gonna be like
it's like a double fun splash, but somehow they spear each other.
Yeah, they'd like just annihilate each other's heads and shoulders.
Pretty much.
But yeah, no, that's fun stuff. And then I think Sam had like a response on. It was like basically like a face palm response on Twitter. But it kind of reminded me of that one Twitter account that created AEW.
Oh, yeah.
By asking Dave Meltzer, hey, do you think Ring of Honor could sell out 10,000?
WWE guy.
It was like at WWE guy.
Yeah.
Do you think this would work? And then I wouldn't put a bet on it. And Cody says, well, I'll take that bet. AEW's born.
I know. Started with selling out one venue, is now a whole other promotion.
Exactly.
While you do that, I'll move on to the next story. It looks like everything's peachy backstage in the locker room these days.
Yeah.
Thanks to Paul Heyman over on Sportskeeda. Tom Collahu
thank you.
is reporting that the locker room morale at Raw is on the rise. Sources are telling him, quote, a wide range of WWE superstars are reportedly much happier working under Paul Heyman as executive director than they were prior to his introduction, and that Heyman's arrival has, quote, renewed positivity about the product as well as feeling of management approachability. Tom mentions that perhaps another reason for improved morale is the departure from the Raw locker room of some talents to voice their discontent either publicly or to management, including Mike Kanellis, who apparently is on his way to NXT. Wrestled a house show, and then I think PW Insider's talking about them putting Kanellis, in the tag team with Tony Nese.
They had a match, and from one move I saw, it was like a sort of a tandem move of some sort. They look pretty cool together.
Yeah.
They look good together.
Body guys.
Kanellis, I don't know. I feel like Kanellis is living in his worst alternate universe because everything that's happened with him since his arrival and Marie Kanellis' arrival, re-debut, I guess, in WWE, has it should have really shot through the moon, I feel.
The potential was there for that to happen.
The potential was really there for something big, and it's just farted out at every opportunity. But I like this. I'm glad that he's wrestling.
Doing something.
Maybe hey, this is he belongs in NXT. I'm not sure the Florida Loop, but on TV, I would love to see him on NXT TV.
Yeah. I'm sure the Florida Loop stuff is just so he and Tony can develop some chemistry.
Yeah.
Also mentioned Luke Harper and the Revival. One source mentioned, quote, that as far as locker room leadership, quote, Rollins was under a lot of pressure to step up and lead. Randy's there now on Raw, of course, and everyone looks up to him. Indie guys have AJ too. There's not one guy anymore. It's a lot better.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Who would be your guy?
Oh, Samoa Joe would be my guy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You see that video of him singing Happy Birthday to R-Truth?
No, it sounds great.
Oh, it was great, man.
Oh, man, I'll check that out.
It's fantastic.
Mojo would be my guy.
Interesting.
Would be like, hey, teach me your ways. And he's
here's how to talk to a broken mirror, Steve. And here's that broken mirror on your indie wrestler gear.
Yeah, on your creator wrestler gear. Exactly.
No, Samoa Joe, he'd be the guy I'd go to talk. Oh, Carlos Villalobos is Rey Mysterio. That's another good choice.
Oh, yeah, I could bone up my Spanish, too. Be like, hola, Rey. Yo. So, anyways. So, let's talk about JazzyGabbert. NXT UK no more, perhaps.
Yeah.
Looks like Mae Young tournament standout JazzyGabbert is done with NXT, as she tweeted over the weekend that she was a free agent. There was, of course, storyline tension between her and Ginny going on in NXT UK.
So initially it seemed like it could be maybe a work.
Yeah, but it appears that she's actually done with the promotion. PW Insider is reporting that she did not renew her contract with WWE, and Jazzy posted the following on Instagram, perhaps teasing her departure from the wrestling business. I will press the reset button.
There was a picture of a reset button on the Instagram post. This is the caption, but it was a giant reset button.
Well, apropos then.
That she's pressing the reset button.
I will be offline for a short while. Need a change. Will change. Body, mind, and soul need a break. 10 days of fasting, including keeping off social media, is the first step. Second one, which I look most forward to, is changing my look. And I changed my profession. One came to an end, and one is rising like a phoenix. Watch out for it. Thank you for being on this journey. That's like some Beowulf stuff going on there, man.
I guess so.
Wow. Rising like a phoenix, and it changed my look and my profession.
Well, the phoenix is the metaphor, man. It's a symbol of rebirth.
Well, yeah, I don't suppose she actually has like a Firebird character going. All I know from Phoenix is the X-Men, really, to be honest with you.
Oh, all right.
Where does Phoenix originate? What's the etymology of that? Do you know the
No,
origins
it's
of
a city in
Phoenix?
Arizona. That's all I really know.
Oh man. So yeah. Man, I thought her look is great. I've never really seen much of her in the ring besides like the Mae Young Classic. Like she's a powerhouse wrestler, obviously. Which I thought that
The look was great. She looked like Nuclear Man from Superman 4.
Yeah, I just don't know why they just brought her in as Ginny's like bodyguard.
Yeah, I know.
I love the idea of them splitting up and her becoming like a dominant force.
I know, because she had so much momentum. Granted, the first Mae Young Classic, she really endeared herself to the Full Sail crowd, but then she had neck issues. She had a herniated disc, I think. So,
and you never know. I mean, maybe that played into it as well. Who knows? Like, it's a tough business, and you got to do a lot. It's not, and I don't know if necessarily like the way the UK tapes things. I would imagine she had some time off. Maybe she just looked around and found better opportunities outside the wrestling business.
She's been doing it for a while. I think I read she was 37.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
You know, so maybe at a certain point, you just want to put your body through that all the time.
Yeah. Seems like a real cool person, though. So hopefully she'll find what she's looking for out there.
Exactly.
I'll be sad because I've been watching a little bit of NXT UK lately. Let's see here. Also, this is sad news. NXT UK. Wayne Maker's favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
Do you know how many shirts Wayne Maker has of Eddie Dennis? Tons.
Yeah.
Tons.
At least 7, right?
He's spent so many pounds sterling on Eddie Dennis. He's injured again.
That's a tough break because he just came back from, was it a torn pectoral or something?
Yeah, he was
came
out
back
for a
from
while.
injury.
Anyways, he is Progress World Champion. No more, because he was a Progress World Champion.
Yeah.
Dennis had to vacate the title over the weekend due to a separated shoulder. Somebody had a YouTube video of this. The link will be in the description if you want to watch it.
It's actually a pretty fun promo considering the news he's delivering.
Yeah. Due to a separated shoulder suffered during the NXT UK tapings in York. After breaking the news to the crowd, he announced that he was handing the title over to Mark Andrews. So controversy there in Progress.
Mark Andrews is a heel in Progress.
He's a bad guy in Progress. Good guy in the NXT UK.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's like, I don't know.
He's playing both sides.
He's playing both sides. There you go. Let's do a Raw preview, man.
Yeah, only 3 items on the agenda according to the official Raw preview. First, this would be great. Andrade to defend U.S. title against Rey Mysterio in a ladder match.
Get the popcorn out for that one.
Heck yeah, man.
Killer match.
Also, Brock Lesnar will be on Raw.
He was there last week.
Yeah, he's back again.
I mean, he's just there. Hopefully that's just a normal thing.
I mean,
now.
he's champion there, so he should be there on a weekly basis. And lastly here,
mixed tag action. Rusev and Liv Morgan to battle Bob Lashley and Lana. So that should be a bit of fun as well.
Trying to get those YouTube numbers again. And that's all it's announced so far. This is a go-home show for Rumble, so hopefully we'll hear more people announcing their participation in Rumble. Maybe some more build some of these matches, especially the Women's Rumble. There's been like basically no build for Women's Rumble whatsoever.
No build. Yeah.
Other than Charlotte having like a few matches.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll do some more cool stuff with Becky and Asuka. That stuff has been really good.
Yeah,
it's been really
good.
Simple and really good.
Yeah.
Aleister Black. I'll get some more info maybe on Buddy Murphy joining up with Seth Rollins.
True.
That should be good.
True. That was good. That was a good story beat last week.
Anyways, we got a mailbag on the audio version
Correct.
of this show.
Correct.
So keep your ears open for that if you're watching us on the YouTube. Check that out. Otherwise, patrons, we've got also a bonus episode, and YouTube channel members, we got a bonus episode.
Correct.
As well up on the Patreon. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. It's going to be a big week because we got the Rumble coming up, Worlds
Correct.
Collide coming up.
Correct.
We're going to be doing live reactions for both those.
You got that right, bud.
So thanks for watching. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.